Hey everyone, I am here at the store. We're going to be picking up some food and I look forward to cooking some food for y'all. And I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to be making, but we're going to go to Lions here down the street and see if we can get some, some of the good ingredients for our meal tonight. We'll see you there. All right, we're in the store now called Lions. And I'm gonna get some really good food, hopefully some good ingredients. So let's take a look at this store. The store is pretty good. I mean, it's really the best Asian market you can find in Fremont. So we're gonna just check it out now. Let's flip it around and see if we can see. Hey, what's going on, little one? Okay, let's go look around. Let's go get some stuff. We're gonna get some bok choy. And we have some enoki mushrooms. Now, I'm looking at these bell peppers and they do not look very good. I can tell you right now the quality here is not very great at all. They're wrinkled bell peppers. I might be able to find couple of them, but I'm not going to use these bell peppers, no way. All right, so we have eggplant. These are Asian eggplant. Let's put them in.
Dad doesn't know how to open these.
I know, I can't do it with one hand because I'm holding this. Okay, there's eggplant. Let's see, let's put 4 in there. All right, looks good. Thank you.
Right?
Yeah. Let's see how fast you can open this. Woohoo! Oh, watch out, we have some in here. We're gonna get some purple yam. Oh yes, my favorite. $2.99 a pound. These things are ridiculously expensive, and these are so small. Oh, they're gonna be good, but I tell you right now, these are so good for you, and they're so hearty and delicious. Guys, ladies, gentlemen, please, when you have a chance, buy some purple, no, it's gross. Buy some purple yams. And we've got mushrooms, regular mushrooms. We're not going to be using the other mushrooms, but we'll use these. This is what we call sweet soy sauce. So this looks like good. Hold this. Hey y'all, just leaving the store now. We spent about $154 on groceries, which is really not much, thinking, what we need for the week. And we have, 7 in the family to feed? So, yeah, I would say 1 week is roughly 150. But I'm really grateful that we even have the money to do these things. It's really a blessing. So, we're gonna be loading everything up in the car, headed back home, and I'm gonna get all the ingredients ready to make something really special. Today I think I might do some eggplant tofu, and I know a lot of you hate eggplant, but I might just do that today. We'll see what goes down, but I'll see you there at the house. Take care. Hello everyone, welcome to Cooking on a Budget. I am here today to share with you a meal. Cooking another meal. It's going to be with eggplant. I know you guys are like, some of you are like, but some of you are like, yes, I love eggplant. So I'm going to first go through what we're going to need in order to make this meal. Obviously, you're going to need this one here pot here, as you can see. This is what I got from the Mercado in Bakersfield. They may have it out here in the Bay Area. I'm not sure, but I got this in Bakersfield, and it is absolutely amazing. So if you go here, you can lift this up. There's the burner there, and you get propane, so got all that set up. The next thing for our dish today is here's the ingredients. We're going to need some of this here, some sweet soy sauce. See it? All right. We're going to need some salt, obviously. We're going to need some soy sauce here, whichever kind. Here, this is really cool. This is called cooked dough. So if you want to cook dough, it's the eggplant Szechuan style. eggplant Szechuan style. You see all the reading there? And that's what we're going to be using for the base, or the main flavor. So next, we're going to, of course, we have some oil here. We're going to have to put that in. So the ingredients that we're going to be using today, if you can come here close, go ahead, come close. And we've got some bok choy, baby bok choy chopped. We've got some really nice, beautiful mushrooms. We've got onions. We've got garlic, tomatoes. This here is the eggplant. Now I boiled the eggplant prior to making this so that you know, the eggplant will not be hard. You want your eggplant cooked. So definitely want to boil it just shortly, a little bit before, and make sure that you dump all the water out. Okay. And then here, this is what you would call, these are kind of fish tofu or tofu. You can get the pre-fried tofu, which is great. So what we're going to do is, if you see here, it's called fish tofu. All right. There's some flavor in it that way. Okay. It's raining a little bit out here, but that's okay. We got it. Koa, go over there. All right. So we're going to put some oil. You have to be sure, just a little bit of oil, because we're not going to deep fry everything. And we're going to crank the flame up. So go ahead and look here. You can see the flame down below. See it going? Okay. We're heating it up. Now we're going to put this in. And I just need a spatula bunch, like some kind of spatula. My fault. I was trying to get everything out already on the table, prepared, so I wouldn't have to go in. So we're going to kind of crisp these up a little bit. Yeah, so we're going to leave them like this. I would say a metal spatula might be a little better, but all right. So anyway, come on over here, this angle over here. So I just wanted to let everyone know that missing you all. I've started my new YouTube channel. It's got everything from my faith to, thank you. It's got everything from faith to fishing to family. It's just going to be about my life, and also it's going to have, of course, feasting or food, because we all love food. And so I'm trying to put something together that would, you know, encourage you to cook on a budget. Now this here, as you can see, cooks very quickly. You don't really need to spend too much time cooking this, trust me. So all you want to do really is you want to just crisp it up. You want it to be a little bit crispy. Okay? Yeah. And the cameraman is Gene Famignano, my father-in-law, who is doing a terrific job here, helping us out. So we're going to let this crisp up just a little bit more. And and we are going to just continue to cook here. Today's dish is going to be a mixture of Thai, Chinese, and I would say just Asian fusion, trying to bring everything together, and Korean as well. So we're mixing these three kind of countries together with the flavors and so forth, and we're gonna go and try to make something delicious. Now, of course, it's sprinkling a little. Don't worry about the rain, but so I'm also someone who enjoys cooking. Go over there on your bed. Who enjoys cooking faster. I don't like to wait too long for food. So, and I think I'm probably of the majority who sees that it is super, super important to eat quickly, to cook quickly so you can eat quickly, right? All right, so at this point, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of salt, okay? I'm gonna put a little bit of salt here. And with the salt, we're gonna add onions. So onions gotta go in here to flavor things. Now, I don't generally you can get real close if you want and get the onions in here and get really close to the onions. You can see. Huh? Oh, I hope it smells good. I don't. All right. So that's our neighbors. They were looking at us cook. So we're gonna have to cook for our neighbors one day soon, and I'm cool with that. We love cooking for people, and that's the best thing. So there is a sequence to what ingredients you put in first, second, and third. Like say for example, this had to be boiled prior to us cooking it. So I had to actually spend time boiling the eggplant, right? Of course, all these things had to be cooked or cut, prior to cooking. And so I want to thank all those, Mamang, my wife, Nadia, and all of them who helped cut all these ingredients. It just makes it a lot faster when you have it all prepared, okay? So we're cooking this up now. We're going to be adding the next ingredient, which is, what is it? There it is, garlic. How can you cook without garlic, right? You gotta cook, you cannot cook without garlic. Garlic is the wonder food. And plus, it's very nutritious for you. It's a highly antioxidant. And, over here, Bob. And you can really get healthy by eating garlic each and every day. All right. Next, we want to put in the bok choy. All right, so we're going in with the bok choy. Now, as you know, I haven't put any of the ingredients in yet, really, except for some salt. I'm not going to put those in until a little later. But as you can see, we're just kind of mixing it all up here. Right, putting it all together. Now, what I have noticed is certain kinds of tofu, they break up when you cook it. So when you're mixing it, it gets mushy and gross. So you really want to cook with firm tofu, extra firm actually. And if they have extra firm, that's probably the one you want to cook with. They also have tofu that is already pre-made. And that's also good. They have tofu that's already pre-made. It's pre-fried, and then they also add flavor into it. So they have sometimes they have mushroom tofu, and they have spicy tofu, and those are pre-made packets you can get. This one here seems to be good. It's not going to fall apart. It looks absolutely delish. All right, so coming over here. Next, we're going to be putting in the mushrooms. Oh boy. Woo, Nele. So mushrooms is good. Mushrooms. Well, you can't go wrong with mushrooms. If you don't have any like protein, mushrooms will take the place of that. So if you're really trying to go vegan and you don't want to have any kind of like meat or anything like that, you should cook with mushrooms. There's a debate between if mushrooms are good for you because they're fungi. But you know what? Like I said, who doesn't want a fungi around? A fun guy, get it? No, I'm just kidding. That's why I never took comedy. But mushrooms are really good. They taste good. Sometimes you can get them to taste something. Like the texture is somewhat like meat, so in protein. So that's why I say cook with a lot of mushrooms. All right, mushrooms are good for you. All right, next we're going to be putting in the tomatoes. So we're putting in tomatoes here. We're going to kind of mix all of this up. You got some sweet, salty. You have some acidity from the tomatoes, and we're going to start adding a few things in here now. So we're going to start adding some of the sweet soy sauce into the mix. So open it up. Here we go. Now, sweet soy sauce is the wonder elixir for food. I mean, you just don't need a lot of it. You just put a little bit of that in there, And now what we're going to do is I am going to put the eggplant stir fry Szechuan style from Cook Do. This is the stuff that I'm going to put in. So it comes in a packet. The packet's really sealed well. And so I'm going to rip that open and I'm going to put it in. Now, I have not had this before, so we're just kind of going on a wing and a prayer to cook. Okay, so I think that I had 2 packets, but I personally feel that we may only need to have 1 packet. The worst thing you can do is to over sauce something. And over saucing something, it tastes horrible, it's too much. As they say, too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. So we're gonna let this simmer. What I do is I put the top over it for a little bit like this, okay, and just let it simmer and let all the steam and the flavors kind of penetrate into all the ingredients, and so every bite is going to be just bursting with flavors. That is, to me, really the best way to eat your food. And try to keep me in the center, Papang. I think my body should be in the center. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to add the eggplant. All right. So you add the eggplant. Now, with the eggplant, you don't want to like mix it violently, because if you do mix it violently, you're going to rip the eggplant apart, and it's not going to really be that delicious when you do that. So, yes. But as I'm looking at this eggplant dish, what I'm seeing is a desperate need of a little bit more sauce. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this like that, and I'm going to add a little bit of soy sauce. Okay. Just a little bit. And a little bit of salt. All right. Now, what do you want to do? You want to flash the food. So I'm cranking it up, as you can see over here. You want to show into here, inside here. Show the flame. It's cranked up to its max capacity. When you get to this point in this recipe, you want to flash the food. You want to flash cook it. You want to just crank the flame up as high as it can go, so you get a little bit of a char taste to the food, okay? Let's see. I think we should be good to go. One thing that we need to add in here, and that is something that I'm going to show you. Hello?
Yes.
I need the ginger juice. Oh, here it is. All right. So what we did here, this is ginger juice. You want to take a look at it? Ginger juice. All we did was we put this ginger into the juicer, into the the juicer, and we got juice from it. So you kind of want to just sprinkle that ginger juice in there. As you can see, it's really cooking now. Now, to really make it more authentic, what you could do and what you can do with this meal is you can put cashews inside of it to give it a little crunch. That's up to you. We don't have cashews, unfortunately, today, so it may not work very well. So go ahead and take a quick look, a close-up with this. As you can see, you can get a little closer. On this side here, there's no steam. You might be able to get a nice picture here. So as you can see, it's turning out pretty good. I'm going to put this over, and I'm going to lower the flame now. I'm going to lower it so that it's just steaming inside. And from there, I am going to just let it simmer. Let it simmer and get all the juices mixed in together. Simmering. Again, everyone, I want to thank you so much for tuning in to my cooking show. I hope that you kind of got an idea of how to cook something really quickly. I am telling you right now, this flash pot, or whatever you call it, cooking this way outdoors. We have a little canopy here. Even if it's raining a little bit, it's okay. Because you just cook the food outdoors. The mess is outside. You can clean it up easily, and the food is going to taste just like as if you were to go to a restaurant and cook something and order something at the restaurant. This could probably be like a $30, $40 dish, and we made this probably around $15 for everything in this dish. So for $15 to feed 8 people and probably still have leftovers, I mean, that is a good deal, and I would say that is cooking on a budget. Food is such an important element, and to really make sure we're eating the right food, and even if we have to, sacrifice a little more to get healthier food, that is a big, I would say, adds a big blessing to the family and our health, especially during the times we're living in. We're living in a time when any little virus comes around, and if your immune system is not strong, it can hit you hard and it can bring you down. And right now is not the time to be taken down. This is a time where we have to work, we have to have a livelihood, and you can't be sick and still try to earn a living. It's very difficult. So I encourage you to find just simple recipes and put it together. Get one of these things. This thing was $110 for this whole setup. For this, the base, the cooking pan here, the propane. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. I mean, it's worth the investment. And I can cook for a whole group of people. I can cook for 15 people in one session really quickly, like in 15 minutes. If I have all of this food all cut and prepared like this, I can cook probably in 15 minutes. I can cook a great meal, as long as there's rice being cooked too, and for 15-20 people. So this is a great way, especially if you're having a family over or friends over. Wonderful way. Come outside, cook together, talk together. And so I'm going to have this on the plate. One last look at it. I'm going to lift this up and show you what's going on. There it is. All right, it looks delicious. I can't wait to try it. All right, so I will see you at the table, and we're going to try and take a few bites together in just a little bit. Take care. You know what, everyone? Before we go to the table and eat, I need to show you something. I'm going to be cooking one more thing here that you may be familiar with. Some of you might be like, what is that? Well, I'm telling you, this is a very, very staple dish in the Philippines and certain Asian countries. It's called bulad, or there's dried fish, which is salted, right? So I'm going to cook some here. Turn the flame down just a little bit, and we're going to cook that right here. Where is that bulad? It's okay. Here we go. This is what it looks like. I'm going to take a close look. Come close. All the way. All right, so that's going in. Going here. Ooh. And here. Now, if you're Filipino, your mouth is drooling right now, okay? So We're cooking this outside because this stuff does stink. For some people, I don't think it stinks, but I think it smells good. We might even get people calling the police on us today because it smells so bad. But so I'm really gonna turn the flame up. We're gonna really get this cooking. Now, in the Philippines, you know, when you know you have to ration and you don't have much food, you can go to your backyard, Papa. When you're in the Philippines and you don't have a lot of food for that month, you can have bulad. You go to the backyard, you get some kamote tops, and you have your greens, and then you have bulad. And bulad keeps long, and you don't need very much. You don't need very much in order to eat it. And then you have rice. So it's a very, very cheap dish, but it also tastes delicious. So as you can see, you want to make sure it doesn't burn. Okay, I'm flipping it over. And pretty soon someone's going to be calling the police. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so there it is. This is the bulad, and I'll see you there. I'll see you at the dinner table. I promise you this time I'm really going to see you at the dinner table.
Hello everybody.
We've got some, okay, so let's start here. We've got some bulad, dried fish. We have the sauce for the bulad. Then we have here my favorite purple yams, so delicious. And here is the main dish. I would call it eggplant tofu, fusion style. And as you can see, we got some rice. And we have salad. And most of all, we have family. And this is why we do it all, okay? All right, so we are finally here at the dinner table. As you can see, the dinner table looks fantastic. And of course, we are here. Yeah, potatoes. We're going to have purple potato, but let's pray first, okay? So before we begin, why don't we have a word of prayer? Everyone? Hold hand. Father in heaven, we thank you so much for the blessings you give to us each day. We would not be here if it weren't for you, and so we appreciate everything you do. May this food be strength and nourishment for our bodies. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. And now, the good part. I get to try it. So I'm going to try some of the main dish here. And why don't I just take a huge bite? What do you say, friends? I'm going to take a big, big bite on this. So I'm going to cut this in half here. And here we go. Let's see what it tastes like. I'm not sure. I've never made this before. This is the first time. So here we go.
Wow.
Good.
Okay.
Surprisingly, all right. Somebody taste it and let somebody know if you like it or not.
I'll
Okay?
taste the fish.
No, not the fish. Here you go. Ready? It's a little hot. Tell me if you like it. What do you think?
Purple potato.
Look at the people. What would you have to say? The flavor. What do you think?
Outspoken.
Huh?
I want the potato.
Just not sure of it.
I want potato.
Are you serious?
It's kind of chewy, and it's like nice and for me it's kind of steamy. It's good.
All right, so we got it. She's a critic, if you ever know. She's very picky. So to say that it's good for her it's good. So that's all I have for you right now, and I will see you next time. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.